Hey, today's THV This Morning at 9 is going to start here in the next few minutes. We will continue Italian Week. Cynthia Malik with Pulaski Tech will be here to join us. Stay with us.
Making up some risotto.
Yes, sounds great too.
And good morning to you on this Friday morning. Meredith Mitchell alongside Ashley Blackstone and Elise Edie stepping in for Tom for just a little bit while he goes out on a secret mission assignment this morning. Today is Friday, January the 27th, and we're sure glad that you joined us this morning.
We are here with Cynthia, and we're making up some. You say it. I sound
Risotto?
really country.
Risotto.
Saying it.
Risotto.
I said risotto.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey,
Okay,
nothing wrong with that.
Risotto.
So, a taste of Italy. We're wrapping up our Italian week here on the 9 o'clock show. Everything smells fabulous already.
you.
I mean, it definitely smells Italian.
Yes, you smell the olive oil. I got that cooking with some garlic and shallot, and we have some basil that I just chopped.
Yummy.
So
It's a pretty easy recipe too.
it is.
I mean, okay.
It is. It's a rice. We're using arborio rice, which is a medium grain starchy rice. It takes a little bit of time, but it's delicious. So
Yeah, loved by a lot of people too.
I think
can
so. yeah.
Imagine.
My family loves it.
I'm sure they do.
Well, and I feel like rice is hard to get to, like, I guess, a perfect texture almost. Is risotto kind of the same way?
Yeah, you just have to keep tasting.
Okay.
You know, and be patient.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe a few misses in there
Yeah.
until you get it perfect.
Yeah. Just keep tasting. That's my biggest thing.
Okay.
Taste, taste, taste.
And we're finishing up Italian Week. Cynthia Malik with us right now, giving us a little bit of taste of Italy with risotto. And once again, I'm the same way Elise, I pronounce it in a country.
Risotto.
The Arkansas way.
Risotto.
That's just fine.
That's okay. All right, get us started this morning.
Okay, we have a shorter grain rice. You know, jasmine or long grain rice is a little bit longer and less starchy. So this does have some starch to it. So we're going to stir this instead of steaming it, which creates the creaminess. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to start with, and you know,
I'm
in
gonna back
Italy
up so
we
I don't
would
get
use
burned.
this olive oil. You could use butter if you want, though.
Meredith is scared she's going to get burned, so we'll see.
I won't burn you, I
swapping.
promise. So we started that, and we sweat them. You ladies remember what that means, don't you?
I remember you using that term, but remind us.
So we're not supposed to brown the vegetables,
Okay,
the
we're
garlic and the
sweating
shallot.
it.
Sweating. Okay.
I wasn't paying attention, so I did brown mine just a bit.
Okay. How long does it take that to cook like that?
We're just going to coat all of the grains with the olive oil, and you can toast it slightly, okay? So it doesn't take very long. But then once you get that going, we're going to add a little bit of wine.
Okay.
And we're going to pour that in the pan. And this is the same thing we're going to do with the chicken stock, so the method just stays the same.
Does it
and we're
matter
just
what
gonna
type
keep
of wine you
stirring.
use?
I would use, you know, white wine, whatever you have left over from, you know, having a glass of wine the night before. So I wouldn't use a red wine with this, though. So Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, you know, something decent, though. And so we're going to keep stirring. Would one of you ladies like to stir?
Meredith?
Sure.
Okay. So we just keep stirring. It seems kind of monotonous. Now, in this pot here, I have some chicken stock that is boiling.
Okay.
So it's actually really nice to have that stock going. But as you're stirring this rice, the key is stirring and letting the moisture absorb.
Got it.
Okay.
How long are you going to want to stir for?
Well, how
long am I going to be over here stirring?
Altogether, about
rest of the
25, 30 minutes. So
Great,
for the rest
all
of
right.
the show.
Continual stirring?
Purists would say yes. Now I, you know, have a family,
Right,
so
not
I would do
very
it
possible.
in a pot like this, and stir, and then go back to cutting something else or cooking something else, and then come back and stir
So
and
constantly
add.
check on it.
Yes, yes. If you don't stir enough, you're not going to get the creaminess, and that's the point of the risotto.
Okay.
Now you can add a little cream at the end, but that's kind of. That's more just to give it that flavor, but it's pretty fatty. So we would add Parmesan cheese. So once our wine is absorbed, we will add some chicken stock and just, you know, half a cup to a cup, just enough to
Get it going.
Just to get it going. Okay, now I have a finished product here. Once you're going to keep tasting, and once the rice tastes done to you, so it's not raw in the middle, okay, but it's still kind of not crunchy, but not mushy. That's al dente, right? Crisp to the tooth. You'll add a little Parmesan cheese to it. So
that sounds
and
good.
salt and pepper. But you know,
Yummy.
Parmesan is a little salty, so don't add your salt too much until the very end after you put your cheese in there.
Okay, so
Now-
once it's ready, I remember I asked you, how
This
did
is
you get that
cool.
in that perfect shape? And tell us how you use this.
So this is what we call a ring mold, and so I put it on the plate, and then I put the risotto in there with a spoon, smushed it down, not too much though, and then you just pull the mold right off.
That gives it the round shape.
I mean, I
Perfect.
don't do this for a normal dinner, but you know, if it's in a restaurant.
Make it look fancy.
Yeah. Okay, I have some sauteed mushrooms here. This is more, you know, of a garnish. Now, if you're vegetarian, you know, you can have this as a full meal. Maybe add some spinach or some broccoli
good.
rabe, I thought would be really nice. And there's a little juice there, so I want that juice. All right, and then we have roasted red peppers, and I roasted these in the oven.
I love the color of
Me
all these
too.
different things. It really makes a
Very
difference in the
colorful.
presentation.
And they all have a different flavor that is just beautiful with this dish, you know? The peppers give a sweetness, the mushrooms give an earthiness, the risotto gives the creaminess. I have Asiago cheese here.
Okay.
Okay, oop, I covered up my peppers. How about that?
Yeah, okay. And what's this sauce?
Okay, this is balsamic vinegar, and you can reduce it just by cooking it down just a little bit, but make sure your hood vent's on.
Okay.
Because it kind of stinks.
Okay. Strong smell.
But you can, if you buy the really nice balsamic vinegar, it's already reduced.
So
and then
now
you can
that's
just do
just
that.
for
Presentation.
That's acidity. It's presentation, but it also
Okay.
gives acidity and a little bit of sweetness.
Okay.
And then
Top it off.
Look at that.
Looks
Beautiful.
fabulous.
It does look good.
when
And
you
I got
take
an
a-
arm workout.
Yeah, how do you
Yes,
do it
you
over there?
did. She needs more liquid.
We need
Yeah,
to take a
I
quick
was
break. It's
asking you if I
9:22.
need-
Stay with us. We'll try it. Here is the recipe of today. We'll be back. We're still stirring. We're still stirring.
Ashley's still stirring over here. I had to give it up. My arm was getting sore.
Okay. Looks
it's
like we have
beautiful,
the
Cynthia.
finished
Well,
project.
thank you
this
so much.
presentation is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
It really
it's fresh,
is.
you know.
Yeah.
It's all homemade, and there's not much to it, and you can put whatever vegetables you like, and
It's delicious.
you know,
kids
you can
love
have
it
it
too?
for lunch. The kids
Wow.
love risotto. Yes, it's nice and
great.
creamy.
That
Thank you.
balsamic vinaigrette is incredible.
It adds that acidity to it, and it brings all those flavors forward. So,
All right. Cynthia
All right.
Malik, thank you so much.
thank you so much, ladies. Thank
And
you for
can
helping.
Find the recipe on our website, today'sthb.com. Thank you so much for watching. It's 9:26 on this Friday. Have a great weekend.